So today has been a little bit of a different day to normal sort of farming life. So last night we'd seen I travelled to London. So we went to a restaurant. We had some random food, which is like a bit of a starter menu. Anyway, that's by the by. But it had some interesting tractor memorabilia on the wall. So here's a little bit from the restaurant and a couple of people that some of you might recognise. No, I'm just going to show people the room because you've obviously got like the John Deere on it over there. The truck. In fact, I need to flip the camera. Say hello to Rhonda. You might recognise her from Wardy's Waffle. High vis Liz, not in a high vis, and Poppy. But look at that, discs. John Deere bonnet, troughs. There's a tractor poster over there. A dead pheasant, yeah. Everyone going to say hello?
Very dead.
All the winners. Say hello. Tempura pumpkin. Back to today. So this morning, early start, where we went over to the Houses of Parliament, and we had a little bit of a look around there, and then I got presented with this award. I don't know whether you can read it. Can you read it? No. Yeah, no. With a dark background. So it says Northwest Regional Winner, Farming Community Hero. So that was something that the MPs sort of like nominated people for. So I was one of the nominations and I won the Northwest region. So I was supposed to collect this in September, but because the Queen died, everything got delayed. So that's where I've been today. So we were in like a little bit of a marquee thing on the edge of the riverbank inside the Houses of Parliament. So there's a little bit of a snapshot just from inside there. I couldn't really film it because people were talking and I didn't know what they were going to be talking about. So just a little bit of an insight to that. Here we are in that London. Got scaffolding up on everything. Oop, yes we are. The legs that have gone into that. So they didn't have to drill the wall in it. Proper clean in it, Big Ben now. Is that your trendy high vis, Liz?
Yeah.
This way. This is the hall that all the famous people didn't let the rest of their body, isn't it? There'll be a plaque on the floor. Things here. See. Is it Rebecca Fielding there on the telly? In the market? Senior Bill.
It's great to see so many colleagues from the House of Commons and the House of Lords here. I hope we can have a mighty show.
The unsung heroes of rural Britain. So to be here today, celebrating what they do, and we'll be presenting the awards soon, is a real privilege for me, and it really does remind me, here in London it's very easy to get sort of slightly disconnected from everything that is going on, and it's great to
Also quite a few winners, and it was also Back British Farming Day, so that's why we were all wearing these wheat sheaths. After that then I had to travel out of the House of Parliament, so here's a little bit of the inside of it that you don't normally see. Just trying to find my way out now. So this is the just trying to go out now, out of the hall. You're not supposed to film in, but I think you can here, he said now. And then I had to head up to Canada House, which is by the Mall, to do a talk at an investment. Well, not a talk, I was doing a panel discussion, so there was 3 of us on a stage talking about agriculture, how it works to people that don't know, and there's people looking to invest because they see a future in agriculture, which is great. So they're looking at doing different things there, but they wanted to have a real farmer and some real representation. So that was why I was there. So it was really interesting, lots of interesting people there. A lot of the funds that are there invest in pensions, because obviously pensions, massive drain. You don't know how long someone's going to live for, and you don't know how much money you're going to need to pay them for how long. So they've got to basically keep investing in and making some money in various different ways. A lot of it used to be in infrastructure projects, building bridges and things like that, and now they're looking at everything really, and agriculture this year has been a growth, which is good. I'm not just sure it would pan out. I mean, if you know, if they want to buy land and rent it to people that can't afford to get into farming, that's ideal. But equally, if they're going to be buying land and out competing people that want to buy it, that's no good. But they very much want to work with farmers because they know nothing about farming. So I'm sure there will actually be opportunities come out of it. Anyway, this is on the way, and a little bit from inside it. Out now. Behind me is Whitehall. Just on my way now. Sorry, this is Whitehall. Just on my way now to Canada House for this investment panel discussion thing that they've asked me to take part in. So, just itch my nose. Just walking past Downing Street now. Look. Not sure who lives there today. Everyone seems to be watching. Lots of police. I think there's always lots of police there, to be honest. Can't see the cat either. Longest resident ever of Downing Street. It's horse guards. Big red bus. Obviously, London is famous for big red buses. It's not just rural roads where you get horses. One's even got a plaited tail. They stink. So this is the Mall, right to Buckingham Palace. Diana Hive is. Presume that's Nelson's column. So tall, you can't really see it. Need someone to stand next to it to scale. I think I'm going in this building now with the flags on because it's supposed to be Canada House. There you go, Trafalgar Square.
80 yards. The destination is on your left, Canada House.
The ESG committee across the board of private markets. And not quite 30 years in ESG, 13. So I suppose still
Liz Truss, who you backed the leadership, yeah, remember her? And this is what you wrote. You said, steady as she goes is not enough. Only radicalism will do the job. The consent.
So just with Kieran now, we've just been doing, what was it called?
The investment conference about why you should invest in agriculture.
There you go. And he wants to say hello to his son.
Hi Oscar.
There we go. Hi, Oscar. Anyway, after it now, that was Kieran saying hello to Oscar. So there we go. But while I was there, I mentioned something about organic. Now I should put my hat on now because we're going to have a little bit of a rant. And when I explained to people that 60% of food is produced through fertiliser, and we can't feed the world without fertiliser and plant protection products, basically chemicals, fungicides, things like that, a lot of people were a bit confused by this. So when I explained that, you know, the UK, we have some of the best soils and the best climates for growing wheat in the world, us and New Zealand share the world record, and it goes backwards and forwards. I said, basically organic means you're paying a premium for someone to farm unproductively with that land so that you can feel better about eating it while there's other people in the world starving. So they didn't quite get what I meant, so I had to explain a little bit further. And that was one of the questions that was asked, was why. And I said, well, you know, it's simple. There's an unnatural amount of people alive today because of modern science, and we need modern science to feed them. And if it wasn't for the fact we invented fertiliser, we wouldn't have had a well-fed world with loads of mouths to feed. So that was it, growing population. Anyway, I explained that to them, and they sort of got it in the end, and loads of people come over to me afterwards, and that's all they wanted to talk about was what I'd said about organic being an elitist choice. So if there's anyone that's watching that thinks organic's better for them, it's not. It's just, if it makes you feel better, then that's fine. Anyway, I'm back in Tarbuck. I'm not in London for anymore. Birthday bumpers behind me. I'm going to do it now. Right, this is today's birthday bump. We're going to quickly do it before Andrew pulls up in the shed. So we've got Neris Williams or Neri Williams, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Richard Hind, Zosia Smith, I think that's the correct pronunciation. Rupert O'Kelly and Grace Corrin, I think, is one. 14,950, so nearly 20,000. Hopefully it'll be 20,000 tomorrow. Not that many birthdays actually today. Happy birthday everyone on there and anyone else whose birthday it is today. Just locking up now. That is it for the day. I'm going to say it because I always say it was a random day. not really farming, but hopefully you've still enjoyed it nonetheless. A little bit of an insight into what happens in that there London. Anyway, normal business will be resumed tomorrow. I am tired. I don't know what it is, but them Pendolino trains, the way they lean, really tires me out. So running, despite obviously being presented with an award, I'm running on like 70% today. So how are you feeling? Let us know in the comments, and I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, and don't forget as well, there's some hoodies in stock, so you'll have to be quick then.